Hello, dear viewers. Hope you are fine. Today, the podcast is about Virgo Ascendant general chart analysis. This is a Virgo Ascendant chart rising at 17 degrees 25 minutes. Uh, Saturn, Mars, Sun, including Rahu and Ketu, become the source of afflictions in the chart. And let us have the chart details first. You can note down the chart details in order to cast chart of your own. It's 17th August 1975, 9:45, Mumbai, Maharashtra, India. You can also note down the longitudes and latitudes of the place and time zone as well, looking at the screen. It is only because of the fact that you may learn from what I am analyzing, and the main and important points regarding Virgo Ascendant chart, so that you could cast the chart of your own using the details based on the chart. Now, it is the Virgo Ascendant chart. The weaknesses of the chart: first, Rahu is debilitated in the third house. This is the foremost weakness of the chart. And Rahu is in infancy. This is the another weakness of the chart. Whenever we talk of debilitation, we have to see whether by degrees the planet is strong and it's debilitated. That is one thing, but here the Rahu is in infancy, and this is the first weakness. Second weakness is Rahu is in debilitation, and the third point is that it's in the third house. So it is a cause of concern for the native, because whenever in a Virgo Ascendant chart Rahu is weak, it is not fair for the native. There are multiple challenges that a native has to face, and Rahu is giving afflictions in the chart. That is another point. Rahu gives afflictions to Saturn, and Saturn is in the sign of Cancer. Good placement, because Cancer sign is the sign of water, and Saturn is a planet having an element of air. So a cool planet placed in a cool sign, it is an amazing thing. But Saturn is weak by degrees. What we can say that Saturn is in infancy. This is yet another problem for the native. Another thing is that Ketu afflicts Mars. There's a void affliction between Mars and Ketu conjunction going on in the 9th house. The native has been facing health instability, and there are evident evidences in the chart that imply that the native will have health instability. Sun is 0 degree. It means that it is having 0 power, but the best thing about Sun is that it's placed in its own sign in 12th house in the sign of Leo, and Ascendant Lord has moved to the house of foreign settlement, that is 15 degrees Mercury and 15 degrees Venus, and both are placed in the 12th house, which is not a good placement so far as the strength of the planets is concerned, because the dispositor of Mercury and Venus in this case is utterly weak. But Venus and Mercury are not afflicted in the chart. This is the beauty of chart. As Sun must be strong, either malefic or either benefic. Sun has to be strong in every chart in order to enjoy general vitality, in order to enjoy general good health. And so far as the Lord of 6th house is concerned, as 6th house is the house of diseases, whenever 6th house is weak, isn't it? It implies that the native won't be able to enjoy good health. Although Ascendant Lord and 6th house Lord, these two lords are considered for health stability. Both planets, that's Mercury and Saturn, are becoming weak in the chart. Mercury is becoming weak because of its dispositor and because of its placement, and Saturn is weak because of its infancy, that is 3 degrees 0.06 minutes. So these are the major challenges in the chart. So far as the native is concerned, the native had been facing also diabetic issues as well, as is clear in the chart. Jupiter is retrograde in the 8th house. It's also one of the challenging placement for this native. And Moon is placed in the 4th house, is a good placement for native. However, the native has been going in the Mahadasha of Rahu, and in this case Rahu Mahadasha will not yield good results at all. Why? Because Rahu is utterly weak in the chart. A weak planet placed in the natal chart and placed in the sign of debilitation, it will lead to serious concern in the life of the native, isn't it? So the native has been facing multiple challenges since the Mahadasha of Rahu, because Rahu is badly placed, and Rahu is in the sign of debilitation, and Rahu is utterly weak in the chart, and Rahu is giving afflictions to the Lord of 6th house, that Saturn. So all these things are connected in the chart, and it's right now Rahu Jupiter. Whenever we have to analyze Mahadasha or Antardasha, what we have to analyze, that what is the strength of Mahadasha Lord in the chart, what is the placement of Mahadasha Lord in the chart, what is the dispositor of Mahadasha Lord in the chart, and what is the status of Antardasha Lord in the chart. So far as Rahu is concerned, it's debilitated, it's weak, it's badly placed, it's giving afflictions in the chart. So far as Jupiter is concerned, it's utterly weak and badly placed. Jupiter is in utter infancy in the chart. So the time right now, which has commenced from June 3 2024 and it will end by 27 October 2026, it will be a challenge. It will be a time period full of challenges, isn't it? The native has not been able to get blessed with child. That's also evident in the chart. So far as the foreign settlement, it's evident that the native will be able to settle abroad, because the Ascendant Lord has placed and it's close to the maximum efficient point of the horoscope. It means that it will have a long impact, and Venus is also close to the maximum efficient point of the horoscope. It implies that there will be a long-lived impact of Mercury and Venus in the chart, and Mercury and Venus are conjuncting each other. It implies that the native will have career settlement abroad, and the native will be easily able to settle abroad with respect to career, and she has been enjoying her career and her foreign settlement quite easily. There have not been any impediments in that way. So this is clear in indications are clear indicators. What are the weaknesses of the chart, what are the strengths of the chart. And so far as the uttermost weakness of the chart right now is concerned, or irrespective of Mahadasha, that is the debilitation of Rahu. So the native was advised the astro remedies, the gem therapy. The native came out of the problems that was being faced by the native, and so far as the infancy of Jupiter is concerned, it was also remedied. Remedy was given for the weaknesses of the chart, and the afflictions of so far as the afflictions of the chart are concerned, they were also counteracted. And so far as the transit is concerned, it is D10. Let us move to the transit. So far as transit is concerned, Ketu is placed in the first house of Virgo Ascendant, and Rahu is placed in the 7th house, and Ketu and Rahu are not giving any serious conjunctions in this Virgo Ascendant chart, because Ketu is away from the maximum efficient point of the horoscope, and Rahu is also away from the efficient point. So there is no need to worry about so far as this chart is concerned, given the orbits of Rahu and Ketu. And Rahu is being afflicted by the Mars is being afflicted by Rahu in the chart, and Mars is placed in the sign of debilitation in 12th house rather, and it has been afflicting for some time so far as Saturn is concerned. So there have been issues with respect to the health, with respect to debts, with respect to enemies, definitely. and this debilitation of Mars in the sign of Cancer for Virgo ascendant charts has been a serious time, has been a time full of challenges for Virgo ascendant natives. And Virgo ascendant natives, so far as females are concerned, they have been facing gynecological issues, gynecological issues, gynae issues rather. Menstruation has been a serious problem in case of them, and so far as baby conception problem is concerned, they have been facing, most of the Virgos, I'll say, they have been facing such problem. So in this case, such problems are not evident because the planets pertaining conception, pertaining menstruation are in good strength. However, so far as the childbirth is promise is concerned, that is at the edge in this chart, as is quite evident. So charities for the malefics and strengthening major for the benefics was recommended to the native, and the native came out of the problems and challenges that she has been facing since long, and especially during the Mahadasha of Rahu. When Mahadasha of Rahu sets in a Virgo ascendant chart and Rahu is debilitated, native faces unconsciousness, multiple challenges. If Virgo ascendant chart, Virgo ascendant native feels that as if he has no purpose in life, the aim in life, the purpose in life, that becomes quite absent, isn't it? So he becomes so lazy, without goal, without any purpose in life. These are the basic and core things that native faces, so far as Virgo ascendant native is concerned, in case Rahu is debilitated in the chart, and there is skin troubles are also felt by the native. Skin becomes, multiple dermatological issues also emerge in this Mahadasha, and there are multiple issues that are quite negative when Rahu is debilitated, and it is the Mahadasha of Rahu. So these are the basic things about this chart. I think I should wind it up now, and do subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon in order to get notified for the upcoming videos like this. It will make definitely a change, because it will be a concrete analysis. There is nothing like abstract, neither there are stories, neither there are mysteries, as you have been listening on various YouTube channels, astro channels. I think that you will definitely feel a change in the analysis of chart. So thank you.